Hey, what's up everybody? Game day. Kansas City Chiefs and the NFL get going today. But anyway, before that all happens, I wanted to show you this 2022 Ford F-150 XLT. But take a look at it. This is just no ordinary F-150 XLT. No, this one's been touched quite a bit by Laird Noller Customs over in Topeka, Kansas. And obviously, if you probably know, if you're following my channel by now and you follow me on Facebook by now, you probably know that I am now a commercial account manager for Laird Noller, and we do a lot of work with Laird Noller Customs with our work vehicles. Who may need running boards or bed liners or weather techs or whatever it might be. Those guys do a great job for us in our work trucks, but also they do a good job for you when you want something custom done like this truck. So I'm going to walk you around this truck and show you a little bit about what they've done, and then we're going to take a little ride in this XLT F-150. Now, it did start with the 5-liter V8. That's a pretty good starting point, but as you can see with this custom hood that's been put on, it has been supercharged. This has got a stage 1 Whipple supercharger, and it is fantastic. It is fantastic. Now, obviously, you can also see that the truck's been lifted. It's been lifted and leveled 4 inches. It's got these nice, big, beefy 35-inch wheels, or 35-inch tires, pardon me. I love how they put in the wheel liners here so you don't see the body color frame area back here. You can see those BDS suspension Fox shocks. Again, look at the grip on these big all-terrain open country Toyota tires. Again, those are 35 inches. So Addictive Desert Designs has done a lot of the steel. This is all steel trim work, so I really like that. There on the top of the bed, Chad could probably tell us. I'll have him comment what that's called, because I don't know off the top of my head, but it looks really good. Kind of sets the look of the truck off. Coming around to the back, again, Addictive Desert Designs, all steel. Rear bumper, got these big steel heavy metal tow hooks, integrated lighting. All your trailer tow stuff is all still here, but really nice looking all steel rear bumper. Still have the backup sensing technology here integrated into the bumper, so that all looks good. Coming back around to the other side, you can kind of see just how sporty this truck looks. It looks really good. I like how it's sitting up high with all the work that's been done to it. It looks really mean and powerful. Again, coming around to the side, you've got these Addictive Desert Designs rock sliders with fully integrated LED. There's an LED strip that runs through here. It looks really sick at night. When you unlock the truck, it all lights up really nice for you. And then coming around to the bottom of the truck, you can see that these do actually kind of wrap around the bottom of the truck. So if you're rock crawling and you get center high on a rock, it's not going to tear up the underside of your truck, because it's got that steel protective plate that runs underneath the truck a little bit. So coming back around to the front, again, Addictive Desert Designs has this really neat, they call this Stealth Fighter front, all steel front bumper with an integrated LED strip here, rigid LED strip here. And I'm going to tell you, man, when you hit the lights on this thing at night, it shines for days. It is incredible. It's like sunlight. Again, you got more metal tow hooks here and a fully powered integrated winch here that you can control with a remote control. I'll show you that when we crawl inside. But this thing looks sick. Look at the skid plate here underneath the truck. I mean, it really is an incredible vehicle. So everything looks really good. I completely love the look of this truck. I love the 2021 and newer F-150s. They did such a great job with these straight from the factory, and if you put a little bit of love into them, they look really like a custom piece. So next I'll crawl under the hood and show you that supercharger, and then we'll take it for a spin. Alright, here we are under the hood of the 2022 F-150 XLT that Laird Noller Customs did up. You can see this Fast Eddie's Edition custom hood that was put in place. And then there is the Whipple supercharger, so it is a thing of beauty. You can really hear it breathing too. When you get on the gas, this thing flat puts down the power, Yesterday I was driving it after a little bit of a rainstorm, and it will break the wheels loose with just a little bit of throttle, so I can really tell that it's putting the power down to the wheels just the way you like it. So next, let's crawl inside and I'll show you the custom work that they did there too. Alright, so crawling inside, you can see there was a little bit of custom work done here. These seats are blue leather. They've got like a carbon fiber look pattern here, and then a ton of Alcantara suede in the middle. So all 4 seats and that bench in the back. Man, this thing looks so good. So I'm gonna step on this all steel running board here and crawl inside. Of course, you've got WeatherTechs. You can see this inside otherwise looks pretty much like a well-spec'd Ford F-150 XLT. So it does have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, but overall everything looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and start it up, and you can hear it sound. You can hear the sound. It's pretty amazing. This is that Warn winch controller. So all you got to do is power it on, and then you can use these buttons here to move the winch in and out. So very cool. All wireless. You can do it from sitting in the truck, or you can get out and make sure you can get yourself unstuck with that Warn winch. So give you a little rev. You can really hear it. So this thing only has 360 miles, and it hasn't even had the sticker pulled off the side. As a compulsive peeler, I really want to peel that off. But yeah, the only other thing I want to show you, and this is something I've always been a fan of, but you can lower the shift here, and this one does have this innovative forward work surface. So if you're working in the truck, you know, you can put your laptop on here. It's a smooth surface. You can write on it. You don't need a hard back surface to go on here, but really innovative, and I love that. And I always recommend to my guys who are ordering trucks for their work to include that, because I think it's pretty cool. And when I'm out working in my truck, I like to use it as well. So anyway, yeah, this is otherwise. You can see my son's car seat back there, but this is pretty standard truck, but made not very standard at all. And so next I want to take you for a ride and show you what it's all about. Alright, so I had to mount the GoPro on a new spot because this one does not have the panoramic sunroof, and that's usually where I stick my GoPro to, so you can ride along with me. But anyway, Chad at Laird Noller Customs tells me to get everything out of the Whipple supercharger. You need to press the traction control and hold it down, and it's turning the advanced track off, which is probably why yesterday after the little rainstorm I was putting so much power to the ground, and it was definitely breaking traction because there's a lot of horsepower here. Chad tells me it's about 650, he thinks, but you can hear it breathing. There is so much power pouring into this thing. Literally, when you put your foot down, the back end squats, the front end comes up, and it sounds so powerful. It does remind me of the Dodge Ram TRX, just the way it sounds, the way it's breathing, that supercharger. There's just almost nothing like it. It's phenomenal, but it's putting down just raw power. It really is quite exhilarating. So we're gonna get lucky with this stoplight. That's amazing. See, I'll pull out here onto the bypass and give it a little bit of juice. But just listen to this thing. Woo! Oh, it sounds so good, you guys. Oh, just the power. I can't describe to you. Shut that back window. I cannot describe to you just the power, the feeling of the power. It doesn't, yeah, I've talked on this channel before about the difference that I see between fast and quick. I'm gonna add a third dimension, just sheer power. This doesn't feel that doesn't feel that quick, but God, does it feel powerful. It feels like it could rip a house off its foundation. Oh, it's just intoxicating. I mean, these seats I love. I've always been a fan of this Alcantara suede. You just sit in the seat, you're not sliding around, you know, it just grips whatever you're wearing, and it's really comfortable. Just listen to that supercharger breathing, my lord. It just whines and whines and whines, but yeah, otherwise the truck does ride firm. You know, the last vehicle I just tested was the 2021 Raptor. This feels a little firmer than that Raptor does, but it sounds better. And I didn't hate the way that Raptor sounded. I really didn't. But this thing sounds so good. You can just hear that engine working. It's not going to be very economical. The miles per gallon here on the dash has not gotten over 9 for me. Actually, I did see 9.1, but you know, but you're not going to expect that on a truck like this. This was special built for someone, and you're putting this kind of money into a truck. Fuel economy isn't what you're really thinking of most of the time, but oh, there's just nothing like a supercharged V8. There really isn't. Do get a little bit of road noise from those tires. Again, that's not a shock to me. Comes to be expected, but otherwise this is a very comfortable, very nice truck that is very capable of putting a smile on your face and anybody that happens to ride with you. Next week this truck's going to be heading up to Montana, and it's going to be enjoyed up there in the high country of Montana. So you can hear it running through those 10 gears. You know, this is a truck too. You look down and you're doing 80 miles an hour. So it's it's powerful and it is fast, I guess. You know, it will run, but it just doesn't feel very fast. I was driving Zach Ingalls from the Maniac. Sorry, he's got a YouTube channel. Check him out, the Maniac. We were driving around Friday night in this truck and just kind of talking about it. And I mentioned that to him. I said, "Yeah, it doesn't feel that fast to me." And he said, "Well, you're not the one sitting in the passenger seat, so maybe if you're not behind the wheel, it feels phenomenally fast." But yeah, it's a pretty impressive truck. It's a pretty impressive truck, and I can't speak highly enough about the guys over at Laird Noller Customs. They do quality work. Like I said, we use them a lot for our commercial vehicles, for running boards and weather techs. They do the spray-on bed liner like this truck's got as well, and but they can also do really high-end custom work like this truck. So check them out as well. Well, that's about all I've got. I'm impressed. Some vehicles that I drive do leave me speechless. This one does leave me speechless when you just listen to that thing, man. When it grabs, it does go. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different than what I typically do, but I really wanted to show the work that Customs does and show off this truck, because it's a pretty special truck to them and to the new owner. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.